Good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this very special welcome celebration. We're here, of course, to welcome Phil Hanlon back to Dartmouth as our president-elect, and to welcome his wife, Gail Gentes, and their family. And of course, we're also here to welcome all of you back after our first extended winter break. I hope you came back feeling refreshed and excited about all that the new year will bring. Of course, this new year includes this wonderful celebration today. It also includes in the spring a celebration of 40 years of coeducation, and rounding out a year when we've also been celebrating 4 decades of our Native American program and our 40th anniversary of the Black Alumni Association of Dartmouth. You know, these historic milestones are reminders of the enormous changes that were taking place in Dartmouth of the 70s. And these were changes that have helped create the rich, dynamic community that we are today. And of course, Phil experienced some of these changes firsthand when he was a student here on campus. Coeducation was so significant for Dartmouth at the time that the then President John Kemeny later said that he felt that if Dartmouth had not made the decision it did, it would have become a second-rate educational institution. We're again in the midst of a time of great change and great promise in the world of higher education. Once again, we're facing significant choices that can have an influence on our future for decades to come. And I have to say, I feel immense satisfaction and excitement that Phil Hanlon will be the president that will help lead us into this exciting future, a future that for our campus has enormous potential. Since his election as president at the end of November, I've had the pleasure of working with Phil and visiting and talking with him a number of times. And I know that you, like I, are going to be very excited as you get to know him and you learn about his ideas and the sense of promise that he is feeling about Dartmouth's future. And I think we're all going to benefit from his experience in higher education and his capacity for problem solving, and of course his innovative spirit. I'm looking forward to working with Phil as we bring together the strategic planning process that have involved so many of you in our community as we prepare ourselves to face Dartmouth's 250th year in the year 2019. Our campus has set its sights on the future, and I think we are in wonderful, capable hands to work together to make that future as exciting as we all hope it will be. So now I'd like to take the time to introduce Steve Mandel, the chairman of our Board of Trustees, who will do a more formal introduction of Phil Hanlon. Steve Mandel, as you all know, he is deeply, deeply devoted alumnus of Dartmouth, as well as being an incredibly talented business leader. He has been providing visionary leadership to this institution and an extraordinary sense of purpose and belief in our future. He served on the Board of Trustees for more than 5 years. He's worked now with 3 presidents, and we all have valued his counsel and his guidance for many years. He has a depth of knowledge and a passion for this place that is really unmatched. And he's been a very generous sounding board and a guide for me in this interim year. I've been so grateful for the relationship I've been able to develop with him, and I know that he is going to have a wonderful relationship with Phil in the coming years. So please join me now in welcoming Steve Mandel to formally introduce President-elect Phil Hanlon.